far do you need to be from the car?
Yeah, turning left.
Turning left.
About a metre, isn't it?
About a metre. Do you remember the reference point we just found?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
Okay, we stop on the left here.
Alright.
Have a look at your analysation sheets in the Georgia. Yeah, so with the parked car, I've made an error, haven't I? With the shaving, yeah?
Then I asked you how you should be positioned, and you told me, but then I didn't ask you.
Yeah, so you asked me while we were alongside the car, and then I'd ask me, I would tell, well, you actually told me, yeah? And I'd actually tell me once more, and then ask me on the next one. Because you were quite willing to just forget about it after that.
Mm.
Yeah?
Okay.
So if I make an error on the phase 2,
Yep.
you can always pull me over to use the analysation sheet. You can use that as one of the tell me ones, and then tell me once more on the move, and then ask me on the next one.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. So if you keep committing the same fault, it means that because I haven't asked you again, or talked you through it again.
Well, the remedial action wasn't good enough, was it?
Alright, okay.
Yeah? And you never, you weren't making any attempt to check that learning had taken place afterwards, so obviously I'm back over into shaving again, aren't I?
Okay. Alright then, I'll get that.
Right, so we talked about it now, so if you talk me through the next one, and then check my knowledge on the one afterward, yeah?
And when you say talk you through it, do you mean give you a reference point again? Because obviously that's not always possible.
No,
so
I've got the reference point.
Yeah. So it's just a case of asking you how you're going to judge it. Is that would that be considered talking about? Okay. So when you're driving along here, Tony, we've got a lot of parked cars. So how are you judging what the safe distance you need to be?
Now, if I line that reference point up, that keeps me about a metre away, doesn't it?
A metre away from the curb, yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah, a bit more than that.
And why is it important that you don't shave the cars?
Oh, I've got to be a door's width away, haven't I?
Yeah, why is it important to be a door's width away?
Oh, the consequences, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, what's the consequences of not being a door's width away?
Well, if somebody opens the door, I'm going to have an extra door out there, don't I?
No, that's right. So it's important that you keep an eye on that, Tony. So in this new road, we've got lots of cars parked along here. So again, how are you judging that we're the safe distance from the cars?
Oh, I can use that reference point and I can see that I'm a safe distance.
Yeah. And why is it important that we're that safe distance, Tony?
Oh, so if somebody opens the door, then I don't hit the door, yeah?
Yeah, that's the consequence, sorry. Okay, so
And how am I judging it?
and how are you judging it?
Oh, using that reference point that we picked up earlier on.
Okay.
Right, so I'm happy you've...
Okay, so I'm happy that you understand that. So I'll hand that back over to you, but I'll keep an eye on it, okay?
Right, if we stop on the left here.
Okay.
We're not actually committing any offence here, are we? We're not actually, because it's not a drop curve, is it?
Not really, it's low, isn't it?
No, they haven't
It's
paid for a
not-
drop curve, so...
Not a drop curve. That's a drop curve, isn't
that's
it?
a drop curve, yeah.
Okay.
How does that feel?
Yeah, okay.
I can see you got the knowledge there. I really have to dig deep to get out, you know, yeah?
Yeah.
I was banging on about those mirrors on it overtake for...
No, I can't believe that.
What did we get up there in that dual carriageway about 95 times, didn't we?
Twice.
Yeah, I mean, I was giving you the big lifeline there. I check my mirrors, I check my interior mirror, I check my right hand door mirror, stick my indicator on and I go, yeah? So you did actually know the answer then?
Yes, I did, but it just wasn't...
Clicking into place?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's why when I said it, I was... Oh, God.
Yeah, with the anticipation things, there's so much happening with anticipation. You don't really have to make it up anyway, especially with pedestrians. Yeah. But pedestrians that are not a problem to me, I don't need to be worrying about them. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if I've got a pedestrian who's like we had earlier on today, that's obviously walking in the road, walking away from me, and it's not taking any heed of me at all. Obviously, I need to anticipate what he's going to do next, because you know he's just obviously on a different planet, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and anticipation doesn't really come into areas where it's covered by a pedestrian crossing, or it's covered by
something that's controlled on the road.
Yeah. That's obviously a different subject. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anticipation could well be something where I'm going to turn into a road, and you can see that I cannot see what's happening in that road. Yeah. So that would be a situation where it would be an idea to invent a pedestrian, yeah?
Okay.
Because pedestrians are going to cross at intersections, aren't they? And if I can't see into that road, then it's a great big red area if I'm not thinking about a pedestrian, yeah? Because if I do turn into that road, the pedestrian has actually stepped off the pavement, I've got to be ready to stop, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, the overtaking side of it, you got there in the end. But it was a struggle. On the shaving side, we've kind of done a lot of work the last few days on the what, why, how, and the consequence summary.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so you need to go into it. I've actually made the error, haven't I? Yeah. So once the error is made, it's more like going back to phase one, isn't it?
Yeah.
No harm pulling me over, getting the analysation sheet out. You can class that as one of the tells, yeah?
Right, okay.
You can do the other tell on the move, and then ask me, yeah?
Yeah.
And then just recheck my knowledge, and providing I give you the right answers, pass it back to me, yeah? But you keep an eye on it. That make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
That was certainly more relaxed than the other subjects that we've covered this morning, because you're getting all tensed up.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just you know you got most of the information inside your head there, yeah. It's just a matter of getting in that right order and just.
That's what I find frustrating.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you to look at it from the point of view of what you do in your own driving.
Yeah, I know that, and I can see that on most of the subjects as we've been going through them, that's a big advantage, isn't it? When you've already done your part 2, and you think, well, how would I do it?
Yeah.
But for some reason, I'm just finding it very difficult to be, like you said earlier, I've got to be that one step ahead.
Yeah, well, it's probably. I can see sometimes when I look at you, you've got kind of a distant look in your eyes, as it would say, hang on, I've fallen asleep here, leave me alone for a bit here. So obviously you've got to be reading that road really well ahead, just as if you're driving the car, yeah?
Yep.
And thinking, well, yeah, this, like with the build plan car, you were very quick in on that one, yeah? And but it doesn't have to be as obvious as a learner driver blocking the road in front of me for you to jump in and start thinking about, you know, what you should be doing. You'd be anticipating these situations, even situations that are not as obvious as that yourself if you were driving, yeah? And that's what you have to do when you're sitting there, really, because you are in as much control of this vehicle as I am, yeah?
Yeah.
Because if I get it wrong, you've got to be there to cover my back, haven't you? Hopefully. Right, so we'll pause it there for a minute.